Well, after a one-day sojourn back into Exodus to look at the life of Moses, because I was preaching on him yesterday, we're going to return to the Gospel of Matthew. And we are in the time of Jesus' Passion in Matthew 26. And I encourage you to look at verses 47 to 68 today. And our verse for the day is Matthew 26:50, where Jesus said to him, and this is Judas, "Friend, do what you are here to do." Now, Jesus is telling Judas, basically, it's okay to betray me. Go ahead and do what you're here to do. And usually when we hear the word friend, friend is a term that is a warm word, if you will. When we think of our friends, it's something that makes us feel good. Last week, one of the things I did was I went to the Beanpot Hockey Tournament in Boston with 3 of my childhood friends. And it's something we've been doing almost every year for many, many years now. And to get together with longtime friends and to catch up with one another, it's a blessing, it's a gift, right? Friend is a positive word to most of us. Interestingly, in Matthew's Gospel, the Greek word, which is translated as friend, is used 3 times in Jesus' parables or teaching or life, and every time it's in a negative way. It's almost like reminding the people that something is amiss. The first time is in chapter 20 in the parable of the generous landowner, when all the early workers start grumbling about the generosity and grace of the landowner. And in verse 13 in chapter 20 it says, "But he replied to one of them, 'Friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what belongs to you and go.' I choose to do the same to this last one as I gave to you." So it's a rebuke in chapter 20 of someone being unhappy about someone else's generosity. Then in chapter 22, when Jesus is telling the parable of the wedding banquet, and in verse 12 it says, "And he said to him, 'Friend, how did you get in here without a wedding robe?' And the man was speechless." And in Matthew, that wedding robe is the robe of righteousness and faith that comes to us in Jesus and through our righteous, obedient living. And then here in chapter 26, we have that third time the word friend appears with Judas, "Do what you are here to do." So in all 3 cases, we have an example of when a friend isn't truly a friend. A friend in these 3 cases, it's one who doesn't appreciate and express gratitude for the generosity of God, one who is lacking in righteous living, and one who would even betray Jesus. An interesting little biblical thread in Matthew's Gospel. In Proverbs it says, "There is a friend who sticks closer than a brother." We want to be the type of loyal, supportive friends that our friends need and who give glory to God.